Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to Global Impromptu Speaking session number 85. What a journey it has been. Thanks to Corona, indeed. If it was not Corona, we wouldn't have been here right now. We would have launched this beautiful platform where we are all meeting as a family. Now, if you have observed on our flyer, it's mentioned, we are family. So let's be family, let's support each other, let's encourage each other, let's elate each other. End of the day, it's one way of giving back to the society. But before we give back, definitely we empower ourselves. In every global impromptu speaking session, there is somebody very special who takes the challenge as a topics master. And today, that challenger is none other than our own beautiful DTM Jessie D'Souza. Before I call her up on stage, we have another beautiful lady. She doesn't like to be called as ma'am, so her name is Sujata as a timer. Please put your hands together to welcome Sujata to explain timing mechanism. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, Global Impromptu Speaking family.
Good evening.
It's my pleasure to be timer of the day. And as you know, impromptu speaking is all about thinking on your feet and speaking on the spot. And you'll get 1 minute. You have to speak for minimum 1 minute. And at 1 minute, I'll start showing green slide. And at 1:30, yellow. And at 2 it will be red slide, and it will continue till you stop speaking. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sujata, for taking this beautiful challenge to manage ourselves like for 25 members plus minus in 1 hour. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to call upon somebody who has taken challenge as topics master. As I mentioned, she's beautiful, she's supportive. You just show your intensity, and she will be standing by you to support you. This is how she is here right now. She is there whenever we need. Even when we don't call her as a need, she will be raising her hand to support. Today, she has taken challenge as time or topics master. Let's put our hands together to welcome none other than our own DTM, Jessie D'Souza. Over to you.
Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, maybe global family from around the world. We are really grateful for this wonderful platform. And today the word of the day is debauch. It is either debauch or debauch. Debauch. It is emerging from a narrow place and into an open area. So try and use the word in your sentences. And topics are easy, just enjoy speaking. My first guest speaker, our guest is, or a speaker is Savita, as usual. And for Savita, I have a nice topic for you. The trouble with being punctual is that there is no one to appreciate you. The trouble with being punctual is there is nobody is there to appreciate you. Toastmaster Savita.
Thank you, DTM Jessie, for this topic. Punctuality and appreciation, these two words I think I have to speak. Yes, when you are punctual, especially I don't know about other countries, but in India or in Indians, they are very, 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 very poor in that. They have their own Indian standard time to reach anywhere, to do anything. They will expect, let the things start, let the things go, let people reach, then we will reach, especially for social gatherings. Even in corporate gatherings also, meetings also, I have heard and seen also, people take it very easy. And people who are punctual, when they reach, they don't find anyone there. Then who is going to appreciate? No one, because nobody is there. But I feel that punctuality, that discipline is for your own self. If we or I or anybody is not punctual, doesn't give respect to the time, I don't think you can progress in life. For me, myself, time is a very big factor. Time management, giving value to time is a very big thing in our life. If we don't appreciate, if we don't give respect to the time, time also doesn't give us respect or waits for us. So that discipline, I think it is self-discipline. You're disciplining yourself by reaching somewhere, by doing things. Whether you get appreciation or not, it doesn't matter at all. But in due course, you see that you have crossed something and reached something somewhere where people who just wait for the time, they they are behind. And these people, I would use, debauch their ways from narrow to wider things in life. So that's my take. Thank you very much. Over to you, DTMJC.
Thank you, Sir Savita. Very well attacked. And my next speaker is Toastmaster Galal. Toastmaster Galal, this is fitting for you. To handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. To handle yourself, use your head. But to handle others, use your heart. Toastmaster Galal.
Thank you. I rarely use my head to handle myself. I'm always using my heart to handle others. And the bit about my head is causing me to debouch from 0 to minus 60 degrees. I spent 2 years in a place called North Dakota that was 60 below zero. But using my heart really is for myself and for everybody that I love. And I love the last question about timing, because in Egypt, they call us land of the IBM. I standing for Inshallah, B standing for Bukra, which means tomorrow, and M standing for Malish, which means never mind. And the word Malish, I can't stand. People coming late. So I had a culture built in my company. No excuses was number 3. And I would put my watch 10 minutes in advance, and I would come 1 hour early, and I would not be 360 seconds late, because starting off being late will get me into a debauch mode where it's going to happen over and over and over. And I can't do that to my heart, nor to the people I love, nor to this world, which I wish would be a better world. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Galal. Nice it was. You spoke for 2 topics. My next speaker is Nur Majid. Nur, your topic is, you are the message. How will you convey it? You are the message. How will you convey it?
Thank you for this topic. I believe this is a very apt table topic because we are in, I think, the one organization which allows us to convey the message of ourselves. If there is anything to debouch from our ways of thinking and allow it to reach the rest of the world, it's through Toastmasters. And perhaps I can even turn this into a Toastmasters ad, because I genuinely believe that communication and public speaking are the main skills which will allow us to give the message, to give our message, because all of us have a message to give. And that is most prominent when we start to make speeches. In fact, I thought that I would not go for the international speech because I kind of thought it's not really for me. But you know what? I started preparing for it yesterday, and I started learning so much about myself that I didn't even realize I knew. I was unearthing memories that I didn't even know I had. And I was learning lessons that I didn't even think of at the time. And so these skills of public speaking and communication allow you to unearth this message, which you don't know is inside of you. And so I believe that Toastmasters and any platform which allows you to speak will be the way for you to convey your message. Thank you so much. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Noor. You must have seen the hearts here and there also as a sign. Good. My next speaker is actually Sujata. Sujata, can I skip over you? Or you want to speak?
Sure. I'll attempt later on.
Okay. Sindhu, Toastmaster Sindhu. Toastmaster Sindhu.
Yes, ma'am.
If someone betrays you once, it is your fault. No, it's his fault. But if he betrays you twice, it is your fault. If someone betrays you once, it's his or her fault. But if she or he betrays you twice, then it is your fault. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, my dear global impromptu table topic friends. And I'm happy to see you once again after a long time. If someone betrays me once, it is his fault. And the second time, it's my fault. Actually, it is something very true, which is, and this truth is very close to my heart. And we believe that if someone betrays us once, actually, when we are new to an experience, we don't know the pros and cons of it. We just slide into it, and sometimes we come out successfully, and sometimes we fail. But if the same situation comes once again in our life, and if we are turning or making or just staying blind from it, then it is our own fault. So many times this situation happened to me in my life. What I would like to say that is that whenever I go for a contest, this is not the first time happening in my life. Even a couple of days back, the same thing happened. I don't prepare for the contest, especially even if it is for the international speech. I just wait for the days. I have a very bad habit of procrastination. So I just procrastinate and I take it to the day before the contest. And finally, I struggle like anything. So this is not happening first time in my life, and every time it happens. And I used to have the sleepless night before the contest, and finally it will not come out as I expected. So this is there in my life, and every time I think that no, next time it should not happen, but the same thing happens. So I think that it should happen. If somebody is betrayed the second time, they deserve it because it's their fault. They have to identify the mistakes. So it is a topic which is well connected with everyone. And if we are aware of all these, then we'll come out successfully in our later attempts. So such experiences are required for everyone so that we will learn and we will come out successfully. Over to you, Jessie ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sindhu. Well said. Our next speaker is Sudeep Khanna. Sudeep Khanna, are you there?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Your topic is quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts. Quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts.
Good evening, everyone. A human reacts or behave to the situation which he have either experienced it or wants to experience it. So the quality of thoughts, the power of, I should say, discrimination comes into action. The basic difference between the human and the animal is the thought process that comes to his mind and how a human filters that particular thoughts to overcome and analyze and come to a logical conclusion of his action. I would like to take attention to everybody's attention to a well-known thought is that every action has a reaction. So whatever we thought or whatever we think, until and unless it is put into action, there won't be a reaction. So at the end, we have to filter on the quality of thoughts. If the quality of the thoughts are inclining us towards the positive, towards a logical conclusion, then we should react to the thoughts. Otherwise, we should keep the thought to ourselves if it is a negative or it is not beneficial for all the society. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudeep. Thank you. Well said. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Tushita.
Yes, Jesse.
Toastmaster Tushita. The feeling of wealth produces wealth. Feeling of wealth produces wealth. Toastmaster Tushita.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my friends. When you feel, feelings create a lot of things. First of all, to be something that we wish to be, we have to feel it. When we feel that we are wealthy, we have everything, we have health, we have knowledge, we have everything what we know, want. It is a great way to get everything in life. When we think we don't have anything, then that is the end of it. We don't even try. When we know that we can do certain things, we can get all the wealth for us. Wealth is not only finance, wealth is health, knowledge, finance, relationship, and everything. That is the wealth in life. Most important thing is relationship. It is true that we need money, finance to survive and live, but money cannot do everything. Money can do certain things, of course, but apart from those things, there are so many things much more important than money. Those are the wealth, knowledge that we gain, and relationship. Some years back, people did not have money. They used to exchange goods and services to live. A person who is having fruits and vegetables gave it to another and obtained credit. But nowadays, people have a lot of money, big houses to live, luxury vehicles to drive, but happiness is not there like those days. It is also the most important wealth that we derive from having health, finance, relationship, and knowledge. And if we can feel that we have all that, we will be definitely wealthy people. Over to you, Jeffrey.
Well said, Toastmaster Tushita. My next speaker is Toastmaster Ajay. Toastmaster Ajay.
Yes, yes, yes.
It is what invisible that creates the visible. It is what invisible that creates the visible. Toastmaster Ajay.
Wow. Now I have to start all over again with my thinking gray cells to be activated at such a topic. It's always wonderful to get the toughest ones, if I may say so. But that's exactly what happens. You take in life anything which operates at these levels in the two frames of invisible and visible. Let's say, for example, a thought. A thought is invisible. But when the thought creates a feeling, the feeling creates an action, and the action is visible. So it requires that thought, which is invisible, to manifest something which is visible. Another beautiful example in the universe, which exactly lies in the same parallel, is the example of light. You take the example of sound. All these energies are basically invisible. We cannot see them. But when they are seen, light, when it comes across the surface, you can see the visibility of that light. But the energy is not seen. Same with sound. You cannot see sound waves as the energy, but we can hear them. So I do definitely agree that nature has been so wonderfully, what do you say, has has developed or been so, it's magnificent, it's miraculous that she has kept something which is invisible with her at always. But to know that, the only way to know that is that you have to be in the visibility sphere. And as I said in the starting, even trying to use the word of the day as a debauch. Debauch is basically the same thing, coming out of a narrow opening into a wide open space. I can tell you when it is into a narrow space, like my brain, my head, it is invisible. But now the fact that I'm talking to you, you can see me here, is something which has come up out in the open and it becomes visible. I do 100% agree with the topic that yes, something which is invisible has to come out in the form of visibility. Otherwise, it is unknown. Over to you, Jesse.
Excellent, excellent. Very good. My next speaker is Dinesh. Dinesh.
Yes,
Dinesh,
ma'am.
are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Dinesh, this freedom of speech ends when hatred begins. Freedom of speech ends when hatred begins. Toastmaster Dinesh.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Freedom of speech begins when hatred begins. We all have this freedom of speech, and we have this right in most of the countries where we can talk anything until unless if it won't hurt someone. We have this freedom of speech, but there are some scenarios where people go for they hate someone, and then in that case they kind of take it to the negative way, and then in those scenarios this freedom of speech can break the rules, can break, and yeah, we all see in the all over the world where whenever some election comes up, like in US, when Donald Trump representing his party or whatever he want to say, and he went against the Joe Biden, and in the same way it kind of creates the hatred against the other group of people. And the same way Joe Biden, when he talks about what he can do for US, and he kind of goes against Trump and his Republican party, and the same way it kind of creates the bias when there's something goes wrong. So this is what something I can relate now. Freedom of speech ends when there is some hatred over there. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you. Thank you, Dinesh. Thank you. Well said. My next speaker is Toastmaster Sherman. Toastmaster Sherman, your topic is great people make you feel great. Great people make you feel great.
Yeah, accepted. It's a correct statement, Madam Table Topic Master and Global Interview Friends. And I associate great people also. I can feel with their leadership and greatness, we are getting something. Sometimes my boss also says, I'm not giving an employment to you, I'm giving a career to you. So likewise, then you motivate when you say like that, and you can do more than that, what your capacity. And also you can be a, like, what do you call this, multi-skills person. So great people always think they are visionaries. They have a vision. So with the vision, you can see a lot of visionary people in this world today. A lot of people are there. So with their vision, and it says, Good to Great book says, the right people coming into the bus and the wrong people getting down from the bus, and you can run a very successful business. So those are the people you can say the great. And most of the companies are failing and bankrupt and closed down in this situation. But you can see some of the 500 Fortune companies are somehow running. So they're continuously running with the great leadership, I can say. So the great leadership is always important for the great people to working under subordinates. So leaders should be great. Over to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
Well said, Toastmaster Sherman. Thank you very much. My next speaker is Toastmaster Sunita. Toastmaster Sunita, yet one today is worth two tomorrows. One today is worth two tomorrows. Toastmaster Sunita.
Sorry. Good evening, Toastmasters and friends. One today is worth two tomorrows. I think, I'm not really sure. I think basically it means that you have to make use of the present. What you have today in your hand is precious. You cannot plan that you will do something else tomorrow and put it off for tomorrow. You have to do whatever you're supposed to do today. So basically avoid procrastination and think that the 24 hours that you have today is the gift that you have received, which you have to make maximum use of. So don't think of the future. Nobody knows what's going to happen the next minute. So learn to enjoy the present and make the best use out of it. Don't plan that when I get this, I will do that. When I get whatever you have today, make the best use of it. And that should be the principle that we all live by. But unfortunately, we don't do that. We have this tendency of leaving things for tomorrow, thinking that, tomorrow it could become we'll do it in a better fashion. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. So enjoy your present, make the best use out of it. Don't think of keeping things till tomorrow. Do it all today. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Well said, Sunita. Toastmaster Sunita, well said. And our next speaker is Joel. Toastmaster Joel. Toastmaster Joel.
Okay.
Yes. To everything you gain, you lose something. To everything you gain, you lose something. Toastmaster Joel.
Table topic master, fellow members and guests. Everything you gain, you lose something. In order to achieve something bigger, better, you need to put an effort because you're treading onto an area where you're not familiar with, possibly. So when we need to expand our thoughts or grow, we need to be able to sacrifice something in order to achieve that. So, for example, if you want to lose weight, to gain that, you need to exercise. So, you have to lose something. So, if we don't keep that in mind and put it into the wrong context, that we're not going to try to lose anything, then we defeat the purpose. The purpose is in order to gain something, we need to find a pathway that will allow us to achieve our goal. And when we make sacrifices, we're going to have obstacles and failures and setbacks. We need to be able to somehow find a way through the debauch of the broader to the narrow. So we start off with the more complex and we try to minimize it so that we can achieve success. Back to you, table topic, madam.
Well said, Toastmaster Joel. Very well. My next speaker is Toastmaster Dinisha. Toastmaster Dinisha, Failing to plan is planning to fail. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Toastmaster Tanisha.
Thank you, topic master. We have many things planned in our life. Sometimes we plan it very well, schedule, good schedule. But sometimes we forget to plan, or we don't want to work according to the plan. That is a fail. Failing to plan, we don't plan the work and we start it. It's going on in its own way. We can't finish it on time. And what happens? It takes more time. That is an opportunity cost. We could have used that time to some other work. We could have utilized that time. And what a waste of time and energy may not be is only ours. We may have spent more energy and time of the others as well. That is a fail. It's a waste. So failing to plan always makes a waste. And therefore, failing to plan is a planning to fail. Over to you, topic master.
Well said, Dinisha. Thank you so much. My next speaker is Advait. Advait, are you there? Advait, if you want to make enemies, try to change some things. If you want to make enemies, try to change something. Toastmaster Advait.
Thank you for the topic. First of all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. So if I want to make enemies, I have to change something. But I don't make enemies, so I can't relate to this. And if I want to, I should change myself, I think, first things first, because if I'm talking about my friendship with people, and if I don't want their friendship anymore, I just need to change myself. I should just have to start acting rude. I have to just start ignoring them. I mean, hey, why not? Because I might have some reasons to avoid them. Like, for example, maybe they deserve it. Maybe I don't deserve a friendship with them. So I would rather change myself or change something we have started, or set ourselves in different paths. So, I mean, it's very easy to make enemies these days, but elevating a friendship is something hard. You know, it's very easy to mess things up, but it's very hard to improve a bond. So if you want to make enemies, just need to change yourself or change something that has to do with you and your friend, or it doesn't even have to be a friend. If you want to just randomly find someone in the street and make them your enemy, it's just have a bad just ruin their mood, and that's it. You have an enemy right there, thanks to you. I have nothing else to share with this, but anyways, thank you.
Thank you. Good attempt. Good attempt. It's fitting for the older people. I think you are the wrong target. Maybe old people, they don't like to change anything. They get angry. Okay. My next speaker is Zainab. Zainab. See, Zainab, this is for you. I know you can speak well. New broom sweeps clean. Old broom knows what the corners. New broom sweeps well or clean. but the old broom knows the corners. Zainab.
A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening to the whole Global Impromptu family. This is a pretty tricky topic. New broom sweeps clean, but the old broom knows all the corners. Um, I feel okay. So I can partly relate to this topic, seeing how like especially because if I relate this topic to me and my mom, me being the new broom, she being the older one, obviously, but it's like how different things work differently. They don't have to be right or wrong. They're just different. So it's just one of those things like if I hang my bag a certain way and my mom keeps it in her basket, both the things are right because I just like hanging my bags because they're more accessible and I can match my things well. She just likes putting them away because that way it's all sorted and color organized, so it's easier for her that way. So none of these things are wrong, but it's just what works for what person. So for me personally, I prefer the new brooms because newer means better for me, which is not always true, but that's how I view things, you know? But I do agree because there are certain things in which, how we say old school things never get replaced is just one of those things that the old brooms do know all the corners because because even in like daily lives, it's always the older clothes which are the comfiest, the oldest blankets which give you the most warmth, the older mugs which always have the warmer grip, so it's the small things in life. So it just depends on what you're trying to get. So do you want a nicely sparkly surface, or do you want to get into the small nooks and crannies and get all of that out? And I think that would be it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zainab. I gave you the tough knowing that you will crack it. Okay, I'm going to give your mom yet another one because okay, Dr. Farida, your topic is curiosity kills the rat. Rat. Okay, cat. Sorry, I may have written rat. I don't know where I. Curiosity kills the cat. Sorry. Thanks, Sunita.
A very good evening to my global impromptu family. The topic that has been given to me is curiosity kills the cat. Being curious is a part of gaining knowledge. This is how a person grows. So I personally think that curiosity does not kill the cat. It enhances your knowledge. It enhances your learning experience. If you see a child, the child is always full of questions, full of queries. It is only when repeatedly the parents tell them to shut up or the teachers try to discipline them in a harsh way that their questions die out as they grow older and they get into this roting system of education where you just rote and expulse the information and debouch the information out of your mind into the examination papers and clear the exams and get good grades. But this is now not how real learning works. In order to get real learning, you have to be curious. I want all cats to be curious. Cats are really curious, by the way. If any one of you has a cat as a pet, they will want to get everywhere into the house. They want to know everything behind the sofa, under the bed, in the closet, everywhere. So this is where this idiom has come from, that curiosity kills the cat, because the cat can eat some poison by mistake or get itself into trouble by mistake, and that could endanger it. But I personally do not agree with it. I personally feel that it's okay for people to be curious, get into a little bit of trouble. It's okay. It's a part of learning. It's a part of experimenting. It's a part of growing. This is how we all grow. We have all made mistakes in our lives, and this is how we have debouched our inner talents out into the open, into the horizon, and explored our inner selves. I totally do not agree with this topic. I feel let the curious mind be curious, let them grow, let them prosper. A very good evening to everybody.
Very well said, Dr. Farida. No match, anyone, no match for you. Our next speaker is Jaya. Jaya, are you there?
A very good evening, tabletop
Yes.
master.
Yes. Jaya, your topic is life can be understood backwards, but it must be lived forward. Life can be understood backward, but must be lived forward.
A very good evening to all of you. Um, with this statement, what I can understand is um, we all understand our past, right? What we have gone through, and what you say, we can't get the word. Uh, we often complain, like, uh, and make a sad face, about our past, but we never look at the present and the future. If we concentrate now, then our future will be brighter. Not so bright, but as much as possible. And so, what I feel is, according to this statement, um, it's so true that we must look um, ahead, to make it a better future, rather than just sitting and moaning about our past. And of course, we have to make our present. And if we think about future, then we won't be able to concentrate now, the present. So uh, that's what I feel with this statement. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaya. Well said. My next speaker is enigmatic Umar. There was Shobha Prakash. Is she there? I can't see. Shobha Prakash? No. Enigmatic Umar. I've been waiting for this topic to give you.
Really? Oh, you are taking a revenge, huh? I gave you easy topic, so you are giving me a hard topic, huh?
Okay. No, this is easy. I just want a lighter moment. Some bring
Okay.
happiness wherever they go. Some bring happiness whenever they leave.
Oh.
Or I can repeat it in another way. Some bring happiness wherever they go. Some bring happiness whenever they go. You see,
Oh.
whenever they go.
So that is an interesting wordplay actually, and I completely agree with this. I am the first one of them. First part, you can say, wherever I go, I bring the happiness. See, it's up to you. You become the agent of happiness or agent of sadness, and somebody's cause of happiness and somebody's cause of tears. Happiness. I always believe that if you want to spread happiness, you should not look into the external factors. You have to look into the in yourself, that you want to see, okay, this money makes me happy, this luxuries make me happy, and all these things. But not at all. A lot of things value things that are materialistic in nature, and they will be sad. And whenever they are, say, they are so negative inside, that you see negativity, and that negative energy is contagious, and you feel, okay, he's so depressing person. I have a friend, whenever I talk to him, I ask him, how are you? Yeah, what to say, life is so boring, life is so depressing. I always say to him, life is what you make it, and life is how you think about it and how you react to it. Some people, whether you are in their company, you will feel sad because they have a very negative and pessimistic outlook towards life, and when they leave, you feel, oh, I am so relaxed and I am so cooled down and all. But what you can do to change that attitude. Instead of pushing them away, you have to inspire the positivity into them. It's not about they leaving your life, and you do first you have to do the things that can impact them and that make them better. A lot of depressing and a lot of negativity is around the world, and a lot of people are susceptible to it, and a lot of people are behaving in a way that they don't want to behave in that way. So we should look into the matter in a from an what you call neutral point of view, not in a biased way, and look at the positives and try to improve the lives of those people that are thinking negative, and leave the world for them as positive as much as possible and happy. Over to you.
Thank
Our
you,
topic master.
Toastmaster Enigmatic. You did not say whenever they go point.
Yes, I talked about that.
You said, yeah? Okay. Sujata, can I give you? I think you're the last one, and Amjad to close. Sujata?
Yes.
Okay. Sujata, your topic is a certain amount of darkness is needed to see the stars. A certain amount of darkness is needed to see the stars. Toastmaster Sujata.
I absolutely agree with the topic that some darkness is required to see the stars. Because if you see, every day we get up in the morning, do we get to see the stars? We have to wait until the sun goes down. Only then we get to see the stars. And nowadays, if you see, because of light pollution, we are missing out that beautiful sight every night. If you see in olden times, in villages and all, where light is insufficient, whenever we go out on the street, and if you look up, you can see the stars very clearly. And the immense joy you get by seeing it, I cannot say that. It cannot be expressed in words. So I would say that we got to have some kind of darkness in our life also, so that we will work towards to overcome those difficulties and bring out the shyness in us. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Sujata. Well spoke. My last speaker is Toastmaster DTM Amjad. DTM
Yes, ma'am.
Amjad, business is like playing tennis. If you serve well, you usually win. Business is like playing tennis. If you serve well, you usually win. Toastmaster Amjad.
Thank you so much, Madam Topics Master. Business is like a tennis game. If you are able to serve well, you usually win. If you allow me to turn the table around, what about the person who is standing opposite to you? Why are we underestimating that person? If he is more professional than us, what if? I normally say business is like a newborn baby, like a baby. You have to give 24/7 to that baby, no matter what. You are mother or father. Baby will grow, problems will change, but problems will not disappear. If you are ready to accept challenges, you can become a great businessman or an entrepreneur. It's not about serving or taking, it's about being there. I'm telling you my personal experience. No matter how experienced you are, you cannot underestimate people who are serving you and people you are serving to. It's about how present are you, how dwelling you are with the situation, how flexible are you with the situation. Because every time game changes, For example, nowadays I'm playing with my vendors, bringing down the prices, not because I like playing with them. No, because my clients are playing with me. They are reducing the price dramatically, drastically. So I have to play the same game with them with nice way, with respect. Sir, this is the situation. Let's work together. Let's continue in this time. And after that, things will come back. Business has different phases. You can take it as tennis game, like I said, like a baby. Is completely your presence, how much you are giving to that business. I'm talking about the time you're present. People will never make you rich, but your intensity, your curiosity, your eagerness, your passion, and the love for the work you do. This is business. I'm telling you from my personal experience. Ladies and gentlemen, be brave if you like to be a businessman. Over to you.
Well said, well said. Very convincing from your own experience. Do we have anyone left? Have I left anybody? I don't think so. We finished fast. I hand you all over to the host again, DTM Amjad.
Thank you so much, DTM Jesse. Now let's pick somebody to give you a topic. Who would like to give topic to DTM Jesse? Ajayji?
Yes, I would love to
Please
give.
go ahead, sir.
I'll go in the same tone as Proverbs. Okay, Jesse, the topic for you is a chain is as strong as its weakest link. A chain is as strong as its weakest link. Over to you.
Toastmaster Ajay and fellow Toastmaster, every link in the chain has the power to make or a break. If the weakest link, if the strongest link thinks that weaker link is not important, then they are wrong. Imagine even the physical chain, the chain so strong maybe, it is the hook, if you pull that, the chain falls off. Even when you are going in the strength, you have a leadership. And if you don't take account of each and every weak person and strengthen, build him up, then you cannot build your leadership. The strength of the chain is in the weakest link. The weakest link has the power to make or break. Everywhere you see, many a times we forget we ignore to bring the weaker people. You have them and you build them. Otherwise, you don't take them. And once you take them, they are as strong as the strongest link. So the chain and the every link is as important to everyday life, in any leadership or any area. Over to you, Toastmaster Ajay.
Very well attempted. Nice one, Jesse. Over to you, DTM Amjad.
Thank you so much, Ajay sir and DTM Jesse. Do we have, by the way, anyone left who is not called up on stage? Nobody. Thank you so much, everyone, for your presence. You are amazing. We learned a lot from you. With that, let's go to our Madam Timer, Toastmaster Sujata, for timing report, please. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Amjadji. So today, all of them are qualified. Congratulations. Toastmaster Savida, 2 minutes, 1 second. Galal, 1 minute, 40 seconds. 1 minute, 44. Sindhu, 1 minute, 56. Sudeep, 1 minute, 22. Sushita, 2 minutes, 24. Ajay, 1 minute, 55 seconds. Dinesh, 1:16. Sherman, 1 minute, 52 seconds. And Sunita, 1 minute, 35. Joel, 1 minute, 38. Dinisha, 1 minute, 16 seconds. Advait, 1 minute, 50 seconds. Zainab, 1 minute, 55 seconds. Farida, 2 minute, 2 seconds. Jaya 1 minute 56 seconds, Umar 2 minute 24 seconds, Amjad 2 minute 08 seconds, and Jesse 1 minute 31 seconds.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jata. Really appreciate. By the way, we have somebody just entered in the room. If DTM Jesse, you like to give her a topic or give him a topic, Perungudi, if I'm pronouncing his or her name correct.
So please proceed forwarding.
Yeah.
Is it
Am I the only one left?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You.
It's
Oh my God.
Anupama.
हाँ क्यों मैं एक बाकी हूँ क्या?
हाँ जी, आ जाएं वीडियो पे आ जाएं. DTM
We
Jesse,
thought
over to you.
from Bermuda or some Vietnam.
No,
This
no.
Perungudi.
This is a place in Chennai. Perungudi is a place in Chennai. It's like and क्या आगे says. Wait. Not able to switch on the video. हाँ. Are you able to see me?
Yes.
Yes,
Can
I give you?
Yeah. Can you see me now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, fine. हाँ. मतलब आते ही फंस गए. हाँ, बोलो.
I'll give you. A woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong she is until she gets into hot water.
Yes, that's a
A
lovely
woman
topic.
is like a tea bag. You never know how strong she is until she gets into the hot water.
Yeah, this is a very nice topic. Thank you, Table Topic Master, for that wonderful topic. Yeah, it is a fact. Unless you are put in hot water or unless a lady is put into a real difficult situation, nobody knows what you can go through. So the more hot the water is, the more stronger she emerges. The more difficulty she faces, she is able to come out of it more strongly, and she comes out of it even in a very elegant and very hard way, but at the same time within inside she gets stronger and stronger. So that is the best way to test a lady, like put her in a difficult situation and see how nicely she faces. You need to have a solid proof. See the countries which are where the coronas are controlled, see who is handling, all are ladies. So we are the best. See in Kerala how Nipah was controlled. So it's all ladies. Only thing, because of the males are not allowing us to grow. Otherwise, we are the best. No doubt about it. Over to Table Topic Master.
Well said. Oh, Anupama.
No
icing
gender
on the
bias.
cake.
No topic
Icing
about gender bias.
Oh, sorry for that. But just it came and I thought, let me talk. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Can we all give DTM Jesse a big hand, please, for giving us interesting topics and bringing out the ocean of knowledge out of us. Thank you so much. With that, we are family. We are family. With that, Pav as the host of this very meeting, I adjourn the meeting, and now over to each one of you to have fun for some time. Stay blessed.